the streets to the studio, will bring you real talk, real music, and real moments. We are not just a station, we are a movement. High Power 102.7 FM, the pride of the people.
The time is 7 o'clock. Good evening, here's the iPower 102.7 FM News at 7. I am Inioluwa Adekoya. First, the headlines. Ondo government improves agriculture profession. Ezekwesili warns lawmakers. On the foreign scene, UK to pay $27 million over 1949 killings. And sports, Diego Simon ails Lookman. Details of this and more in a moment. Please stay tuned. Glad to have you back in now the news in detail, beginning from the Sunshine State. In its attempt to transform agriculture and drive industrial-scale farming, Ondo State has declassified 1,000 hectares of land for the cultivation of oil palm, cashew, and cacao. The state governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, was speaking during the groundbreaking ceremony of Noretta Farms, a technology-driven agribusiness initiative at Owena, Idonri, off the Akure-Ondo Road. The declassification is designed to deepen agricultural investment, expand employment opportunities, and position the state as a hub for industrial-scale farming. Describing the event as more than ceremonial turning of the soil, Aiyedatiwa said it symbolized planting trust, showing innovations, laying the foundation for the prosperity of Ondo State people, and a strategy to attract private sector investment and modernize agriculture across the state. Former Minister of Education Obi Ezekwesili has cautioned Nigerian senators that they are playing with fire by retaining ambiguities in the amended Electoral Act. Speaking with newsmen, Ezekwesili reacted to the Senate passage of the bill amending the Electoral Act, following hours of debate and controversy over provisions governing electronic transmission of results and the discretion granted to Independent National Electoral Commission. She recalled assurance given by the electoral body ahead of the 2023 general election, particularly to young voters, which were not fulfilled. Therefore argued that citizens were justified in expressing anger over the Senate's decision. The head of Woro Village in Kwara State, Umar Saliu, has said that terrorists attacked his community for nearly 10 hours before security forces arrived, leaving scores dead and the village is razed. Speaking with newsmen, Saliu said distress calls to authorities were made shortly after the attack began at about 5 p.m., but soldiers only arrived about 3 a.m. the following morning. He also claimed that the sensitive intelligence may have been compromised as he had reported a threat letter to security agencies. Meanwhile, the Defense Headquarters, GHQ, said troops were promptly dispatched to dominate the general areas, with robust patrol and surveillance among other security measures for about 2 weeks. Amid rising political tensions ahead of the 2027 general elections, there is fear and uncertainty across the 18 local government councils in Cross River State, as chairman and vice chairman face suspension. The anxiety deepened when the Cross River State House of Assembly suspended the vice chairman of Ugoja local government area, Emmanuel Yakubu, for 90 days, following an impeachment notice issued by the Ugoja Legislative Council. The notice, signed by the council leader, Dr. Elizabeth Mbim, accused Yakubu of gross misconduct, abandonment of duty, and other infractions. This news at 7 is coming to you from iPower 102.7 FM in Inioluwa. Still to come on the foreign scene, Kenya bans cash bouquet against Valentine's Day. And in sport, Diego Simeon hails Lukman.
Whether you're tuning in for breaking news, in-depth analysis, or community updates, High Power 102.7 FM remains your most trusted source. Because when it comes to news, the truth matters. High Power FM 102.7.
Welcome back, and now to the foreign scene. Kenya's central bank has warned that using banknotes to create floral-style bouquet is illegal and could lead to a prison sentence. The trend, popularized by social media influencers, involves rolling and pinning cash into decorative arrangements for celebrations. However, the Central Bank of Kenya, CBK, has said the practice defaces the currency and compromises the integrity of the banknotes, and those found guilty of damaging money could face up to 7 years in jail. While the CBK said it does not oppose cash being used as gift, it urged people to find alternative ways of presenting money that do not involve physical damage. Still talking foreign matters, sequel to the families of 21 coal miners killed in 1949 by the colonial administration in Britain, a Nigerian court has ordered the British government to pay $27 million to each of their families. The colonial police, made up of Nigerians and Europeans, were shot dead as workers that were striking for better conditions were injured. Describing the incident as one of the most notorious acts of repression under British government, Justice Anthony Onovo in Enugu said the massacre was unlawful and extrajudicial violation of the right of life. The killing happened helped Gavini's support for the burgeoning anti-colonial movement that led to the independence 11 years later in 1960. And now to the sporting arena. Atletico Madrid head coach Diego Simeon has recognized Ademola Lookman's impact in the side Copa del Rey win over Real Betis. The Coconeros trashed their host 5-0 in the quarterfinals encounter. Lookman, who made his debut for Atletico Madrid in the game, registered 1 goal and 1 assist. The 28-year-old netted the visitors' third goal and provided the assist for Antonio Griezmann's fourth. To end the iPower 102.7 FM media news, let's take another look at the main points. We told you in the course of the bulletin that in its attempt to transform in agriculture and driving industrial-scale farming, Ondo State has declassified 100,000 hectares of land for the cultivation of oil palm, cashew and cacao. We also informed you that former Minister of Education Obi Ezekwesili has cautioned Nigerian senators that they are playing with fire by retaining ambiguities in the amended Electoral Act. On the foreign scene, we informed you that sequel to families of 21 coal miners killed in 1949 by the colonial administration in Britain, a Nigerian court has ordered the British government to pay $27 million to each of their families. And finally, in the sporting arena, we informed you that Atletico Madrid head coach Diego Simeon has recognized that Ademola Lookman's impact in his side Copa del Rey win over Real Betis. And that was the iPower 102.7 FM news at 7, edited by Olukemi Ajibola. My name is Inioluwa Adekoya. Many thanks for listening and have a relaxing weekend.